welcome back. 41 local dancers from the Landing Dance Collective will take the stage to perform an original ballet, Cinderellie. And we're joined by Landing Dance Collective Director Mackenzie, as well as Ashley, who will be taking on the role of Cinderella, and our prince, Joshua. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
So, first things first, how did this concept come to life? I mean, an original ballet right here in Northern Michigan.
Yeah, so this concept happened 8 years ago
Oh, wow.
from one of our other teachers at the studio. Her name's Tiffany Rice. She was the brainchild of this whole thing. And then I just took it and steamrolled it, and we have a whole new ballet. We have kids dancing with yoga balls, and we have necklaces breaking, and all of those different things that are happening on stage. And
Wait, necklace breaking, that's in the script, or it just happened one
no,
day?
it's
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
script. It's in the script, yes.
So what is the process even like of taking something that someone conceptualized and bringing it to the stage? That cannot be an easy process.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult, but it starts with auditions and auditioning kids right out of the gate. We had auditions last June for this.
What a
and
process.
They've been preparing since December, and it's just taking one step at a time, finding the music, choreographing to the music, and then finding the right costumes that fit every piece, every dancer, and kind of going from there.
Wow. So a long process, but worth every moment of it, it seems like.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's move to you, Joshua. Tell us a little bit about the prince, the role you'll be playing in the ballet.
So, as the prince, I'm the son of the king and queen of the kingdom, and they hold a ball one night as the traditional story of Cinderella. And I am not necessarily dancing the entire time, but I do dance for a little bit in the beginning, and then I stand off by where the king and queen exit, and I watch everybody else dance for a little bit until I see Cinderella come on stage, and then I'm like completely in shock and in awe, and I'm walking around, and then we have all of that. So I'm a mix between knight in shining armor and a moving prop, you could say.
Okay, yeah, no, that absolutely
But-
makes sense. Been there. So, since this is almost a original character, do you find that it was easier or more difficult not having someone to kind of steer the character creation for you?
I think it is easier for me personally just because I can take my own adaptation of the story
Gotcha.
and put that idea into how I act as my character.
Absolutely.
So that gave me a lot of freedom.
So, Ashley, Cinderella,
Yes.
quite the role. Tell us a little bit about how you approach this role, because everyone knows the name
Right.
Cinderella, so it's got to be difficult to find your own voice in it.
Yeah, so a lot of it is that quintessential Disney princess demeanor with like the smile and then the despair when I'm with the stepsisters and this evil stepmother. But obviously I take inspiration from the Disney movie from the 50s, but also there's so many modern takes on Cinderella.
Oh,
It can
yeah.
kind of be whatever I want it to be.
Now, for the two of you, what has the rehearsal process been like? Has it been a lot of you two performing together, or is it really an ensemble? Do you find yourself kind of moving throughout different groups that are all performing on stage? Either of you can take that.
Well, there's one dance, the pas de deux, that's just the two of us, and that's probably the dance we've spent the most time on.
Definitely.
Because it's probably the most difficult with
Oh, I can
lifts
imagine,
and turns, stuff like that. But then we also have separate dances, like me with the stepsisters and
Gotcha.
stepmother, and then he's kind of with the guests at the ball.
Gotcha, okay. And so, Mackenzie, let's jump into logistics. Dates, times, and what can people expect when they come out to the show?
Yeah, so our performance is March 7th, 8th, and 9th. On the 7th and 8th, we have a 7 p.m. show, and on the 8th and the 9th of March, we have a 2 p.m. show. And before the 2 p.m. show, at 1 o'clock, we have a lovely tea party, and kids can
Really
come
setting the stage.
Oh yeah, they've got to meet the characters, right? If they haven't met everybody, but they get to take pictures with Cinderella, and they get to pin the glass slipper with the prince. And there's a bunch of different games that they get to play, and we'll have treats and lemonade. So it's just a huge engagement factor for the kids to actually meet the characters before they're on stage.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And is there an additional cost to that, or is that part of the?
No.
That's part of the admission
It's
for the
part
matinee.
of the admission, yeah. So tickets go on sale
Wow.
on March 1st. So this Saturday at 5. And if they get a ticket to one of the Saturday or Sunday matinee shows, then they can come to the tea party for free.
Big if there, because you're going to need to get your tickets before they sell out, folks. We're going to make sure all the links that you need, they're all going to be available after the show today over on 9and10news.com. Mackenzie, Joshua, Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today. And break a leg in Cinderellie.
Thank you.